Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Third Down Thursdays.
What's good, dog?
MJ here with Coach Bruce.
Yes,
As
sir.
always, it is another Thursday. Brother MJ, Coach Bruce, we have some of the boys in the house. We are
Yes, sir.
ready to roll for 60 minutes of sports chaos this evening, as always. Bruce, before we get rolling, how you doing, good sir? I have
Hey,
ice
man.
cream. I'm happy.
Hey, so I didn't talk to you about this pre-show. By the way, real quick, the Bears game is about to start. I want to be watching that, but I'm here. Don't get me wrong.
Go for
I want to
Bears.
be here more. I want to be here more and doing this with y'all to be watching my Chicago Bears look like trash against the Seattle Seahawks. But real quick, I digress. So let me tell you something. So obviously you've known, like, y'all know, like, the week that I've had. Maybe not a lot of people know about the week I've had, but I've had quite the week. Like, we've had some stuff arise with the job that I didn't particularly like, or I'm not too fond of. But today, while driving home from said job, unfortunately I got pulled over.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't speeding, wasn't doing anything.
Gross.
Like, I wasn't speeding, I wasn't doing anything bad. So I'm an idiot, and I have not gotten my license plate sticker renewed. So that was totally my fault. It was totally my fault. Dude, I know it was my bad. It is what it is. But
did you get a ticket?
Yeah, I got a $50 ticket. Nothing crazy, but like,
okay, that's not terrible.
I mean, that's still $50 though. The guy was nice.
Right.
He got it. It was funny too because, like, I was happy. I was like, dude, like, I left. I was hitting all green lights, and then I was driving. It was great. I was driving to a speed limit. Always do the speed limit, ladies and gentlemen. But I was doing the speed limit, driving, and then I see them, and, like, when, like, they're kind of trying to be all tricky and shit now with, like, their unmarked looks, even though, like, you could tell it's a cop, but it's not, like he's like, oh,
because they've got 4 giant mirrors,
right?
Like, you can tell that it's a cop. Yeah,
exactly. And then it was funny because I went straight. I had that green light, but the problem was he was turning right, and as soon as he was turning right, in my head, I'm like, shit, I still have not gotten my new sticker for my license plate. And for those of you that live in the state of Illinois, that own a truck, the fact that it's way more expensive than a car is bullshit. Anyway, I was driving, all of a sudden, like, I turned left. I got to the next light. I was turning left. He immediately went behind. Immediately, this is the best. Immediately, he goes behind me, and, like, I'm watching him in the rearview mirror, and I see him.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was funny too because, like, I was rocking
away.
The best part about it was, like, I was listening to some AC/DC, just chilling, like, whatever, dude. Like, you shook me all night long. Yeah, dude, I was rocking, and it was loud, it was good, it was whatever, and he actually complimented me on my music choice. It was kind of funny. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
So as soon as the light turns green, left hand turn. Turning left. Hey, relax, cat boy. Turning left.
Starting off strong.
As soon as I turned left, all of a sudden, boom, he lit me up. And I had my right or left hand out. Yeah, I had my left hand out. Like, this is no joke. This is exactly what I did. I'm driving, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I was like, oh, of course, out the window too.
Oh my gosh,
that dude totally saw it. But honestly, like, he was actually a pretty cool dude. And hey, God bless our men and women in blue. Like, much appreciated everything you guys do. But man, it was totally my fault. But it was funny. I was like, what? Like, you don't want to have that comment of, like, what else can go wrong. But at the same time,
right.
And it was kind of funny. The guy was like, hey, dude, AC/DC, that's not bad. I was like, yeah. And he's like, how's your driving record? And I was like, I'm that person that gets away with it. No,
oh my gosh.
I didn't say that. No, I was just like, it's been fine. Like, I'm not stupid, whatever. And it's okay. He looked, and he looked, and he's like, when was the last time you got a ticket? I'm like, honestly, I actually don't even remember. And
which is probably good.
Right. And he's like, okay. So he's like, yeah, you got a really good driving record, blah, blah, blah. He's like, don't worry about it. It's just a village ordinance ticket, $50. Like, it doesn't go against your driving record, nothing like that. And I was like, all right,
Really?
cool, man. And then I was driving home, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. I just want a beer.
Do you have a beer, Bruce?
Come on.
There we go.
The Bears game's on too. Like, you know,
Beautiful.
of course. Anyway,
the Bears are on.
how are you?
Bruce has a beer. I'm doing well. Got about a 55-hour work week, so we're getting all that OT. We're getting that shmoney this week.
Is that double time?
Yes. No, it's time. It's time and a half.
Time and a half. Oh, that's what I meant.
Excuse me. I believe on this check, I'm gonna have about 106 hours total. So about 26 hours of overtime. So that's gonna be beautiful.
Okay, my guy. Okay.
We've just been getting all the things, set up in the house. Still trying to recover from the wedding and the mess that made. But work is good. Wife has her first 2 tests for med school tomorrow, so I'm sure we'll be working on that later, and I'll help her study. And mostly she just kind of like, when I say help her study, I mean like she talks and I listen.
Well, hold on, time out. Let's backtrack this a little bit. So you're going to help your wife study. And for those of you that don't know this right now, she's doing anatomy.
Yes.
So, and that's obviously a very vague term. However, like I'll just say anatomy just for the sake of audience. So that being said, she's doing anatomy, and what husband doesn't want to help their wife study anatomy?
Anyway, the NFL is pretty cool. So your latest baseball piece is a masterpiece. Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Wow, we're going right into
some great things going on at ThirdDownThursdays.com. We love to see it around here. Make sure to go check out the articles. Make sure to go check out really everything we have going on there. A lot of good work being pumped out by Cy, Alex, and company. So we love to see that. However, Bruce, you said you had something to get me going on, or something to make me rant about.
Whoa, get you going on. What is going on there?
Listen, Bruce, I'm just trying to talk about sports here.
All right. Hey.
And you're getting me off the rails already.
So real quick, so the biggest thing, let's start off with this. I actually didn't even put it on a banner, unfortunately, because I was in a hurry. Work's been nuts, like just everything's been so chaotic. So that being said, I will type it up right now in a very vague way. And boom, Chicago White Sox. So this became one of the largest local stories in Chicago, in Illinois, and surrounding states. However, it did ended up growing and growing and growing to a national level. And we've seen our classic picture. I'm going to pull that up. Our classic picture of our boy. Oh, you already got it. Of our boy sleeping on the job. Sleepy Tony getting at it again.
Love to see it.
Actually, you know what? Like the best part about that is like having that picture up and then just having that's probably the best sound effect to have to that picture. So every time, but man, okay. So I will preface this: I am not a Chicago White Sox fan. Do I watch more White Sox games than the Cubs right now? Yes, I do, because of the crap Key Network. But we're not talking about that right now. My biggest thing though is the White Sox right now are playing, well, not anymore. The last game of the series was today, and they split the series against the Houston Astros. Which, by the way, like it was probably the closest you'll see to a playoff series in Chicago right now until the actual playoffs start, because I do think that the White Sox will win the division.
Probably.
I think so. It was a fun game. There was the best game was a Verlander Cease game, and I don't remember if it was this game that in particular that I'm talking about. However, I'm gonna play this for you guys, fans, MJ, you included. So this is the big story going on. And thank you to Barstool Sports for providing the video. Here we go. So that guy yelling to Tony La Russa, put an angle, like he needs to be the pinch runner right there, right now. Let's go. He was like a local celebrity for the past like few days on ESPN 1000, on 670 The Score. I'm sure on countless others, but in the sports areas that I listen to, he was a local legend. And one of the things, like, and Tony La Russa already said that like he didn't listen to him. He wasn't listening to him whatsoever. Like he didn't care. But the biggest disappointment in all of it, though, is like you've seen countless times Tony La Russa sitting, like sleeping on the job. Sleepy Tony, sleeping on the job, sleeping. And there's been a track record with this guy. Earlier in the season, you've seen them. You saw like countless. Obviously, his alcohol. What do I call it? Driving while intoxicated.
Right.
You saw that. And then you saw the situation with Abreu last year. Was it last year? Anyway,
I believe so.
Yeah, and like there's just been story after story after story, and it's. When is the owner of the Chicago White Sox, Reinsdorf, going to put his foot down and be like, I'm done. Like, I messed up. He was a friend that I wanted to try to rectify a situation back in the 80s. I'm sorry, dude. The only thing you can resurrect from the 80s is Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, and stuff like that. You can't just continue doing it with the sports. That's it. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
Well, specifically with what happened the other night in that video, I think there's a pretty decent chance that La Russa legitimately was not paying attention and heard somebody yell pinch run and then just did it. Because there's probably a pretty good chance that to La Russa, somebody who was 30 feet to his right in the dugout was the same as somebody 30 feet to his left, or somebody 30 feet to the right in the stands was the same as 30 feet to his left in the dugout. So that doesn't particularly surprise me in terms of La Russa actually managing. Should he still be there? Should he get fired? I don't think the White Sox are a team where.
Well, they can't fire him now. It's too late.
Right. I know they can't fire him now, but I'm saying I don't think the White Sox are so exponentially better if Tony La Russa is not their manager. I think they have other issues. I think they have other holes in the roster. Would it be a lot better if they had a high-tier quality manager? Yes, but I don't think this is us talking about a ALCS appearance versus World Series appearance.
How many wins do you think? MJ? Like, don't not like taking away the statistics, all that stuff. How many wins do you think a Major League Baseball manager accounts for in a season?
5 to 10.
Okay.
I would say there are enough bullpen specific decisions that can sway the course of some close games. Because for the most part, it's going to be the 1 or 2 run games. And then if you look at those, you can probably pick out 5 to 10 that you can specifically blame on a manager, because some of them, even let's say they put in the wrong guy, like they put in a reliever and he just blows a situation that he wouldn't normally screw up. I think that is something that is more on the player than the manager. The manager put in the right guy for the job. The player did not execute in that situation.
Okay.
So I think
fair.
you have to actually take a look at times where the managers just objectively put in the wrong players into certain situations, whether that be lineup, bullpen, etc. And so I think a lot of the time it does come down more on the players than the manager when it comes to the actual play on the field. Bullpen decisions is maybe the only time that you can screw around with that. But
Jack, 100% agree. 100% agree with that.
Right. And that's the stuff where you can get to the locker room being affected and things like that may actually cost you more wins than bullpen decisions, to be perfectly honest.
Agree. So, by the way, real quick, I apologize if I keep like peeking over. I'm like the Bears game's going on, so I keep like looking up.
Oh my gosh, the Bears aren't even good. Why are you watching them?
Hey, if the Packers weren't good, hey, why do you watch the Athletics?
I don't.
Well, whatever. Like, okay, so I'm like, I'm a weird guy that likes to try.
No, I don't watch the A's because I.
It's the Packers play. It's totally the Packers play. That rollout, the play.
Oh, the play action rollout.
Yeah,
for sure.
And he just hit Cole Kmet. Beautiful pass. Beautiful play.
Hold up. Now I want to turn the game on. I'm going to turn it on my computer.
Oh my goodness.
If you're gonna watch it, then I'm gonna watch it. We'll all watch it together. It'll be fine.
Dude,
log in.
That was actually okay. So I said it earlier. So all right, we can get rid of the White Sox banner. Help a brother out here.
Stupid White Sox.
So stupid White Sox. So I already said it earlier. Maybe I think I said it in our previous show. I said that the Cole Kmet would actually have a big year for the Chicago Bears. In fantasy wise.
Well, okay, of course Cole Kmet is going to have a big year because he's like one of two people that actually have caught a pass from Justin Fields before. So it's the same reason Allen Lazard is going to have a huge year.
Ooh.
Not because he's an incredibly stupid great receiver, but it's because
great transition.
Aaron Rodgers trusts him. Justin Fields trusts Kmet because he's one of the two people he recognizes his back plate.
Great transition.
I know.
So that's professional right there.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers' quote? And I'm paraphrasing right now about and to be honest with you, well, no, I won't even say what my opinion is first. I want yours first. What are your thoughts on his quote he had with regards to the wide receivers and everything going on?
Two things. First of all, nothing he said was incorrect. When you think about it, he called out their mental mistakes and he called out their physical mistakes and said
physical.
Those physical mistakes will really get you.
Hey, sometimes I got physical mistakes. You know what happens then?
You're not wrong. Just like Aaron Rodgers wasn't wrong. So I think here's what happened. Aaron Rodgers has Randall Cobb and a bunch of young receivers because I'm grouping Allen Lazard in. He's still a young receiver. He is not a veteran in the NFL.
Agree.
He is really only had 1 year as a starter on the Green Bay Packers as a receiver. So when you look at that, Rodgers has to really overlead when it comes to what he's doing. He's got to call them out and he's got to do it publicly because that's what these young receivers are going to pay attention to. Yes, everything he does in the locker room, everything he does in the field is very important.
Is Rodgers being Rodgers here, though? Is Rodgers being Rodgers, just bitching and complaining and being that guy that you're I don't give a fuck. I don't want this guy to be a part of the Packers anymore. You know what I'm saying? Is it I don't disagree with your thought.
No, I don't.
I don't.
This is not.
Is there
one of the? This is not one of the things that drives me crazy. This is not one of the.
Agree.
It's because he's not wrong. He threw one of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen in my entire life. Rob talked about this on our show on Game on Wisconsin on Tuesday. One of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen in my entire life down the right sideline to Romeo Doubs. Right through his hands. 70 yards, arcing, streaming through the air. Beautiful. Right through Doubs' hands. So you have plays like that where you just got to catch that, bro. You got guys running the correct routes, and there are things that are basic elements of being an NFL wide receiver that some of the guys are just not displaying. There are some more than others that I think Rodgers was calling out in that, and I think anybody in that locker room knows, but he was correct. So that's number one. Number two, the players responded to it. One of the Packers' late round picks, I believe he was their 7th round pick, Samry Tor, responded. Samry?
Yeah.
Probably not, but that doesn't particularly matter to
you know what I'm saying. All right,
the
go ahead.
comment.
Go ahead.
Samry responded in camp the next day, had a huge day in camp, was like the star of Packers camp the next day. People asked him why, and he straight up said it was because of Rodgers' comments. Like it motivated them well. It was their leader calling them out and saying, you need to do better. It wasn't him saying, I hate these guys. It wasn't him saying, I refuse to work with them. It wasn't him saying anything that was incorrect factually about their wide receivers. So I have no problem with it. And I think the wide receivers responded to it.
I agree.
So, it's going to get the headlines because people already think the Packers wide receiver core is trash, which on paper, it's not as good as it's been since.
It don't matter.
It's as bad as it's been.
It don't matter when you have when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, when you have a back-to-back MVP quarterback. It don't matter. So So to interject what your and what your wife said, respectively. I actually think that what he did is the right thing to do in that particular moment, if it was addressed before it was through the media. So, and I'm sure it was.
So if he called them out in person before,
correct. If it was
I'm sure.
If it was done just in the media, then that's like, all right, man, that's kind of douchebaggy. However, and I don't think he did that. I actually do think he did do it in a meeting or in a huddle, in an offensive meeting. I actually do think he did that because I don't think he's a bad leader. So
as crazy as that, one of the Bears players just ran over a ref.
I can't see it because I have a lot of things in my way. But anyway, so good for him. He was probably a shitty ref anyway.
It was a touchback on a kickoff, and he just ran him over.
Oh my god! Did you just see the thing that said we need Jimmy G?
Jimmy
freaking G. That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, I don't disagree with you. I think it was the right thing for him to do, as long as it was addressed internally first, and then outwardly. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna move on to the other thing that I want. So I'm gonna fast forward to the Deshaun Watson situation.
Yes.
I wasn't going to talk about that. I actually wanted to stay with the Chicago Bears first because I want to talk about the Roquan Smith situation. However, I think this is a little bit better fodder for both of us. The NFL today released saying that he was going to be suspended for 11 games now, and he's going to lose $5 million. I think was the number. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Okay. So. $5 million, yeah. So $5 million, 11 games. I cannot tell you how wrong they got this. And I love what the Jaguars did last week. So we're gonna pop that bad boy up. That's what she said. Ooh, terrible choice of words, Bruce. Deshaun Watson, in his debut in the preseason against the Jaguars, this is what you heard. Oh. I might not be a Jaguars fan, but after seeing that, and thank you again to Barstool for providing that video. 100% accurate. Piece of shit. You sick fuck. It's totally appropriate. And I cannot believe that after they reviewed it, he only got 11 games. And yes, from a law standpoint, he didn't break it. However, when there is 20 plus women that are filing a civil lawsuit against you, and you have when you have a situation that is legit, like the guy is a piece of shit. Like he was basically like, looking for women to mess around with inappropriately and like show his dick off and stuff like that. Like
I don't think anybody questions what he did at this point.
He's a piece of shit. He is.
Correct.
And like, of course, he plays for the Browns. You know why? Because the Browns are pieces of shit too.
So here's my thing, and I actually didn't even know he got fined, first of all, until just now, because I was in work all day and
I don't think it's fine.
Was
it a fine? Was it a fine or just a loss of money?
What's the difference? It's a fine.
Okay.
Yeah, a loss of money is a fine. That's the definition of fine.
No, fine.
Last time I checked.
Well, no, you can still get your money from a team, but okay.
No. So he was fined $5 million by the NFL and an 11-game suspension. So here's the thing: the NFL quite literally just said, "Okay, we know that people are upset with a 6-game suspension, so they knew they had to up it, right?" Even though there's an independent investigator who's very close friends with Roger Goodell, so I don't buy that. The independent investigator bumped it up to 11 games. So now...
Ooh, can't hear that very well. Sorry.
We got Zach talking in our ear, but I can't exactly hear what he's saying. So the NFL allowed 7 games after the suspension now for Deshaun Watson to get reacclimated.
Right.
Which is also a pretty good amount of time for Watson to return, A, and try and have a playoff push.
Correct.
And B, if they do make the playoffs, get ready in a perfect amount of time for the playoffs to start. So the NFL did really the minimum of what they had to do from a punishment standpoint in order to save face with the league.
They're trying to stay face. No, well, like you can't even stay face with the league. It's like it's
Oh, so Zach is saying it was a settlement between
correct
the NFL and the NFLPA.
PA.
So
okay,
the idea is that the NFL wanted a full 17-game suspension. The NFLPA wanted them to stick, and so they settled at 11.
It should have been more. It still should have been more.
Yes, it should have. However, both sides did what they could contractually. Like correct. The NFLPA stuck with correct. Stuck with the ruling, stuck with the original ruling by Judge Robinson, all of that. The NFL said, okay, we can appoint someone, and then they landed here. Either way, the NFLPA just didn't want a full season suspension, and the NFL needed to save face with everyone, not just the owners, not just the league, the players, everyone, right? So I just have an issue with it because it still really doesn't do anything. Because of the Browns, he still only loses $5 million instead of 20 or 30.
So I have a hypothetical for you.
Yes.
I'm not going to say the Packers, and I won't say the Bears, just because of the sheer fact that I don't think either one of our franchises, hopefully not the Chicago Bears, because they're notorious for being fucking idiots, wouldn't make this move. If your favorite NFL franchise signed that piece of trash, how would you react to that?
I'd have a hard time rooting for him. I'll be perfectly honest, because how much I've gotten annoyed with Aaron Rodgers and all of his antics, and how I legitimately have wanted him to get shipped off.
Great point.
If I reacted that way about Aaron Rodgers, whose worst off-field antics come with, vaccine discussion, tattoos, and dating witches, I can't even imagine.
Blue Earth.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how I would react to this. So,
I have my Blue Earth.
I give props to the Jaguars fans who were giving it to him, and I think Watson is going to get that across the league.
Can we play that one more time?
There's no need to play that.
Can we play one more time?
Let's not get in trouble with
Barcel.
with Barstool or
Yeah.
Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. But everybody at this point, everybody knows what the chant was.
So, well,
Well, yeah,
say it.
it's
He
I,
is
I
a
would
sick fuck.
yes, absolutely, and because of the money-driven league the NFL is, he's going to play in Week 12.
Yeah. Well, against you know who he's playing against when he makes his season debut?
The Texans?
Yup.
Oh my gosh!
You didn't know that?
I'd rather be a Giants fan. Wow.
So, all right. So I asked you that question. I'll answer it too.
The Texans.
Yeah, they're playing the Texans.
That's just sad.
All right. Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't root for him. Tear his fucking ACL. I don't care. Anyway, all right. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have yep. It's coming. Hold on, Zach.
New sponsorship.
We have a new sponsorship, and it's great. Good people there. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I actually got my insurance through them now. I used to go through a Gecko type thing. I can say Gecko, like, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, however, I ended up switching, ended up getting cheaper. So that being said, they do home and auto, but we're going only going to, play one. And that being said, let's do a little auto action. Here they come.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
That
Crazy.
last little bit is a bop.
Right? Dude, like, I just can't believe the sheer fact that we actually have a legitimately, like, a good person behind us now.
Yes, we do. And so thank you to Erie Insurance for seeing what we're doing here. We do miss Peoria, but we've moved on to bigger and better things here.
Erie Insurance does home, auto, and they are qualified, or licensed in the state of Illinois, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and I cannot remember the other one. However, I think it's Texas, but I have to double check on that. But for sure, North Carolina, Illinois, and Wisconsin.
Unfortunately, not Mississippi. So no.
Unfortunately not.
Erie Insurance for us down here. But yes, we are big shots.
Good people.
We love to see it.
Hey, find that guy. So find the guy at the end, rerun it, pause it, look at that guy, because he'll help you guys out. And like I said, the little Gecko, like, I was cool with him. However, I went with Erie. Erie's awesome. Go with Erie.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
what else we got, Bruce? We got
all right. So no. Hold on. Skirt. I know. So to go back to my notes, unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't able to put it on there. However,
oh my goodness.
Well, because I had banners and stuff like that. However, like I said, like, work got in the way, and just it was absolute chaos today. It was absolute chaos. However, that being said, Roquan Smith, the Holden, the Chicago Bears linebacker, stud player.
Yep.
I would say top 10. A lot of people say top 3. A lot of people say top 5. I think it's because of the attitude. Not even the attitude. He's actually not even that bad of a guy, but top 10 linebacker in the NFL. He's on an edge rusher. And look at this. What's crazy about this is I got notes. When does this ever happen?
You actually took notes?
When does this ever happen?
Are you okay? Bruce, do you have a fever?
Okay. Hold on. Is he? No, he's not. All right. So he only played one.
He's not.
Yeah. Like how you knew what I was talking about.
No,
anyway.
He's not.
All right. So I feel great. I feel good. Whatever. But
anyway, Roquan Smith hates the Bears. What's up?
All right, Roquan Smith. All right. So he's holding out or holding in that's a new thing now. The hold in. in the NFL. You know what a hold-in is, right? You've heard about it. So
Yeah.
hold-in is you're actually at camp. However, you don't practice, you don't play in preseason games. Like Roquan Smith has been participating in all of his meetings, all of the team meetings. However, he has not actually been in uniform on preseason games or been a participant in practice. What's also pretty effed up too is the Chicago Bears actually did him a solid. They put him on the PUP list, saying that he was hurt, so that way, like, he couldn't, like, you want to hold out, all right, or hold in, excuse me. All right, cool, man. Like, that's fine. Like, we'll put you on the PUP list to help you out until we can negotiate everything going on or whatever. They were doing him solid, and then it got really weird. I don't even know if you know about this story. I don't even know if you.
Oh yeah, I do. Trust me. Yeah.
Pay attention to it. There's a representative of Roquan Smith's or a part of his camp. His name is Saint Omni. Saint Omni. I am totally going to do this. Saint Omni has been calling NFL teams on behalf of Roquan Smith to let them know, like, hey, like, he's available for a trade. Like, what do you want for, or what would you give the Chicago Bears? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
NFL released a statement saying, like, it's tampering if you want to talk to this person because he's not a actual licensed agent for Roquan Smith. It's getting really weird. Roquan Smith ended up traveling with the Chicago Bears tonight to Seattle. It's a really weird relationship. Like, it feels like it's like the girlfriend that you're hanging out with all the time again after you broke up.
They're on and on off again.
Yeah, you're like starting to break up, and then like at the same time you're like, you know what? Like, I kind of like hanging out with you. You're kind of fun. Like, what's going on? Like, let's you
don't talk to him Monday through Thursday, but Friday comes around. You give him a call, and then by the time it gets back to
what happens,
the work week starts, and then they're not looking so hot again.
When these bad boys hit, they're like, you know what?
Exactly.
It's about, what time is it? Oh, it's 11 o'clock tonight.
They're like, oh, we got to play a football game. Oh, he actually might be useful. We actually might want to. We need to play. We need to play defense and stop opposing. Hey, we might want our all-pro linebacker. That's crazy.
All I'm saying.
That's wild.
Hey,
you're not getting Jesse Bates from the Bengals.
No way.
Because Roquan wants out. Best case scenario right now, you get a 4th round pick from him.
No, see, I don't think so. I think you get a 2nd and 4th, and if they offer that, I wouldn't even take that.
Not for somebody who says they won't play.
It doesn't matter. You know why?
Because he loses so much value.
He can't actually. What's actually pretty funny about this is he's still under contract for another year. So
okay, he won't even get Khalil Mack value.
But no, and Khalil, well, I don't even remember what like they got for Khalil Mack. I think it was a 2nd and a 3rd or something, like, I don't even remember. But
it was a very slim package.
But an edge rusher, an edge rusher is a more important commodity in the NFL now than a middle linebacker whom is questionable in some regards to what he is physically. And I'm not taking anything away from Roquan Smith, because I actually do like Roquan Smith. And I think that, frankly, I think you would even like him on the Packers. Shit. But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade for him right now because we're solid at that position. But yeah, I understand the hypothetical. The only thing though is this is where I think it could have a very bad snowball effect. Let's say you're Justin Fields and you look at Roquan Smith, who is objectively the best player on that team right now.
I have an interjection, but I'll let you go. I know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
And if they don't want to offer him money and they want to do him dirty like this, if you're Justin Fields or any future Bear who has talent in the next couple of years with this administration and with this front office, who are you to think that you're going to get money?
Means nothing. I agree with. I don't disagree with that thought process. Actually, I really don't. However, hearing some of the things that I've heard on like local sports radio and sports talk and whatever, so if you franchise tag a middle linebacker in the NFL right now, it's less money than a tight end. So it's showing the importance of the position accordingly, in my opinion.
What does that have to do with the Bears not paying him?
Hear me out. So Roquan Smith is an absolute stud. He's a beast. Like I wouldn't say a beast. Like he's never been all pro. Is he in a position of is he? So the best way for me to put it is he Kevin Love? And when I say is he Kevin Love, and I know this is a really far-fetched comparison, I get it. Is he the best player on an absolute dog shit team?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if you remember when Kevin Love was playing for the Timberwolves, like he was getting like double doubles every night, like just rocket, like just the absolute beast, like triple doubles, double doubles, like having 30-point games, this, that, and the other. All of a sudden he goes to the Cavaliers and he's just another guy.
That's because LeBron was there and Kyrie was there.
Well, okay, and
then he got old,
and that's fair. Well, not.
Kevin Love is not young. Kevin Love is not young.
Kevin Love at that time was signed for a significant amount of money.
Yeah,
if you remember.
Oh, I know.
And I'm not taking.
Okay,
again.
Here's what I'm saying. With Roquan Smith, the market is set about $10 million a year for a top tier middle linebacker. You're really saying Roquan Smith isn't worth $10 million a year to the Bears?
No, actually, no, that's not it. That's actually wrong. So his top tier right now, and okay, so franchise tagging, if you want to put that number, yes, actually it's $8 million. However, with him, with like the numbers that he wanted, he was off. So the Chicago Bears offered him $90 million for 5 years.
Okay.
With the what's it called? The descending
yeah.
What do you want to call it?
Deaccelerating contract.
Thank you. Yeah. But with it, so they offered him that. They offered him that amount of money. And they also gave him that. So if you weren't hitting these numbers as you were getting older, you weren't going to get it. And I get the reason why he's doing what he's doing. Like, don't get me wrong. I just don't think that he has the same ability in this type of defense, because he's shifting from a 3-4 to a 4-3 and playing a Sam linebacker spot. And the Sam linebacker spot, for those who don't know, is a strong side linebacker spot who gets everything funneled to him. And I don't know if he has the ability to fend off blockers. And I like Georgia linebackers. I actually think Georgia produces currently some of the best defenders in the NFL. I'm being biased, and I'm trying to probably feel better about myself with this decision. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't. If you give him $90 million,
but here's the thing. Bruce, it really doesn't matter if he's worth it. And I know that sounds really stupid, but teams pay players to some extent for what they have. They pay them for what they have done.
True.
And they pay them more for what they have done than what they will do.
True.
A lot of the time. You're paying for a couple years, and then you're paying him for what he did. And that's the great thing about the NFL is the contracts aren't guaranteed. So who cares if you give him 5 years, $90 million? You can cut him, take a cap hit, restructure some stuff, and he's gone. And nobody cares about him. They don't even want to pay him now. And that's what's stupid. Roquan Smith is the best player on that team. I don't care if your team is trash and he's the best player on a trash team. You take care of your best
Quinn?
player.
Do you think it's Quinn?
You take care. No. Robert Quinn is
trash. I don't. Well, I think
Robert Quinn is trash. Robert Quinn has never been a top. He's never even been a top edge rusher on an NFL team.
Oh, that's not true. Dallas Cowboys, and he also broke the Bears record last year for most sacks in a season.
Okay, that doesn't mean he was the best edge rusher. Get out of here. I'm telling you, Roquan Smith is the best player on that team, and you take care of the best player.
No, I don't disagree. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Whatever Roquan wants, and again, I'm telling you, this sends the message that the Bears front office will not take care of their best player. and that is a bad message to send.
No,
That is not
disagree.
good.
Disagree with you 100% because I actually like the message that they're sending because they're not going to be taken advantage of.
It's not being taken advantage of. You can get.
It's
Do you know how
setting-
easy it is to get out of contracts in the NFL?
It is setting. No,
You can wave your
I know
wand
that.
and they're gone.
But it's setting a precedence now too that like. Also, by the way, you know what's making this a lot more muddled too is him not having an actual agent.
Yeah, it's like Kyrie, whose mom is his agent.
Hey, so real quick,
Or is that Katie? That's Kyrie. Oh gosh,
go
I did
Bears!
this to myself.
Go Bears!
As the new executive franchise director of the Chicago Bears, as you can see in that photograph, I designate that we should take care of our best player in Roquan Smith.
But I will say though,
Give the man some money.
there's nothing better
Yeah,
than
shout out to Owen Matt, who brought a Cubs jersey and a Bears hat and put them
Hey.
on me during his best man speech in my
It
wedding.
was great. It was awesome. However, look how dumb this guy looks.
Stupid.
I look like I'm sleeping.
You look like you're about to wake up from a deep, deep sleep. You
Like,
were actually
like-
breakdancing to Shakira.
I know. It was actually really good too. I wish
Yes,
we
the
had a video
breakdancing
of
was
it.
great.
But not
But
picture.
that oh, that's like one of my favorite. And it was a big picture too, and I took it and zoomed in just
Oh,
on you.
Oh, it's so brutal.
And it was beautiful. What is
So
the other?
brutal.
There's one more that I put on here. Oh, it was you, me, and Owen.
Dude, look at you. You look like a G right there. You're like,
Oh yeah. Go. And Owen's just back there like, why are you taking a picture of me? Like, why am I being photographed dancing?
All right, let's put it in the background. We put that back up. Let's put it in the background. Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Oh my gosh.
No, I love it. It's good stuff.
That's fantastic.
That's good stuff. But well, shit. Like, do we have any? Do we have any for this week? I don't even think the Bears.
I'm sure we got some degenerate bets in here somewhere.
Dude, I didn't bet this week. I didn't bet anything this week.
Well, I can't bet because I'm in Mississippi and Mississippi is stupid.
Oh, I mean,
No
like,
offense to Mississippi.
nice.
Let's see. What are some what's the
Mississippi is
most
stupid, but no offense to Mississippi.
yeah, because like I live here, but still. What's the most degenerate bet I can get for the
Oh.
preseason? Probably Lions Colts.
Dude, the Bears are -6.5 right now, live betting. They're about to score a touchdown. Tutty!
That's a terrible bet to take. Still take the Seahawks.
Oh, 10-0. They're up 10-0.
Wow, Trevor Siemian is on your team. That's crazy. Anyway, I think Lions Colts is the most degenerate that we can get for this week of betting. Saturday,
line?
August
What's that line?
20th. The line is Detroit by 3. They are on the road at
By the
Lucas
way-
Oil Stadium. Over under is at 39.
Have you watched any of Hard Knocks at all?
No, I refuse to watch Hard Knocks
Okay, so what's funny? Why would you refuse, if you don't mind me asking?
because I just don't find it entertaining
So
personally.
all
I
right,
just
so-
don't care.
what's funny about that is when they first started doing it, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. And then it kind of hit that like huge whoop. The Detroit Lions, despite them being like obviously in the same division as our respective fan teams, I love it, and it's been so entertaining. And Dan Campbell is fucking awesome.
I love Dan Campbell. I just don't need to watch Hard Knocks to love Dan Campbell.
No, dude.
Like,
Like, if you watched it, you'd be like, yeah, this is good.
I see the clips on TikTok. That's all I need.
Oh, well, that doesn't give it any premise. Like,
Okay, I don't care.
oh, it's
It's
weak.
they
Uh,
give it to crappy
weak.
teams.
Well, of course they
I don't
do.
care. Right.
Why are they giving
So
it
I
to the
don't care.
Bears yet?
But that's why I don't care, because it's crappy NFL teams that aren't going to be good.
Well, you better get used to it because the Packers are going to be that
Ladies
team
and
when
gentlemen,
Aaron
introduce-
Rodgers leaves.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have the third greatest quarterback of all time in Jordan Love.
All right.
Anyway,
let's get it going. Let's get it going. I gotta turn it around.
about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It is about that time. Oh, that sweet
sound of
the Third Down Thursdays Fireside Chat.
Fireside Chats.
It is Thursday, August 18th in the year 2022.
And we are
here
with you.
Bruce, I need to go get my drink.
Oh, all right.
You have yours.
Well, go get your drink.
Why are you wearing a Bears jersey right now, babe?
Oh,
what is that?
let's go, Paige. Nice.
I literally stood behind you and flexed in it, and you didn't even notice.
No, I didn't.
I had a conversation with somebody in chat about it.
Why are you wearing a Bears jersey right now, bro?
What Bears is he wearing?
Matt Forte.
Okay, like that's a good.
It's a good jersey.
He's a stud. He's a stud.
I like Matt Forte.
I same. All right, so that being said, guys, Fireside Chat starting. Anything you guys want to talk about?
In the XFL, Jordan Love. Oh, okay. I do want to say. Side brought up the XFL.
Oh no!
Side brought up the XFL. I do want to say, they're doing some good things, and I actually, Bruce, I need to talk to you about this. I kind of want to reach out and see what we can do with the XFL with my previous connections.
So I would love for us. So I have a lot more freedom now, MJ. So how fun would it be for us to go to XFL games?
I don't have that type of freedom, but we as a whole could. For sure. What is that?
You know when I quit matches?
No.
Oh man. All right, so Alex, I will just bust you in the head with a chair right away, and I'll grab that barbed wire around the 2x4 and smack you in that. You know I'm a part of that generation that invented that shit. Come on.
What are you talking about?
You don't know.
Is it WWE or something?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what it was.
I'll give you the mandible claw, dog.
I'm gonna say. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I'm a pioneer of hardcore.
Oh,
I love it.
You are,
I gotta jump on your podcast sometime and talk about some old school wrestling stuff. That's good shit. All right, what we got? Anybody else? Come on, guys. We got Fireside Chat going on. Who wants to come at us?
Give us some chaos. We got 7 minutes. Answer questions. Talk smack. Whatever you want to do. We are here. My money is on. Oh wow.
Well, you know what's awesome about that? I'll put my money on him too, so that way I can just be like, I quit.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Oh. Whoa.
We've got a little disparity in the chat. We got some wedding pictures framed because we got pictures already.
Okay. How'd that go?
It went pretty well actually. We got the boys.
All right, the boys. It actually does say the boys.
Yeah, it does. The boys.
We
got one for the girls as well. We got a bunch of. We got like a giant picture frame done. Okay. We got another one for the hallway. Yeah, we got. What was it, babe? Like 250 pictures done or something like that.
If you interfere.
If you interfere in the match, you better not sigh. Let me see. The only other.
Yeah, that game.
Bears.
Okay, so that's hilarious, by the way, because the Astros beat the White Sox 21-5 today.
Oh,
yeah.
They won. I saw that the Astros for the first time or the second time in their team's history had 3 players with 4 hits or more.
Yeah,
they hadn't done it since like 1978.
Oh, big injury,
which is ridiculous.
Big injury on the field.
Something else I want to talk about is why is it, and I feel like this is somehow Bruce's fault. Why is it that like I swear once a week, nutting is trending on Twitter.
Well, you're welcome.
I don't know why, but I feel like Bruce has something to do with that.
Why?
That's all I got. That's all I got to say about that. I don't know. I
Hey.
see that, and I feel like I'm gonna see Bruce pop up. I don't know.
Oh, another one. Okay.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the.
You're out. You're out.
We really gave you and Zach access to that, which is really dangerous.
We're back in the fire.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the New York Yankees for being trashed the last month.
Dude, how about Anthony Rizzo leaning into a pitch? Okay, so I'm a huge Hey, Mom, love you. I'm a huge Anthony Rizzo fan.
Yeah,
I like the call. I like the call. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about, but I think he leaned into it, and it was the right call.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure he did it.
So
whatever it was.
So there was a situation that arose, that he kind of turned in to a pitch, and it hit his leg, and he's notorious for like being close to the plate,
right?
And the ump was like, no, your ass is staying because like you weren't hit by the pitch, you turned into it, which it did look like he turned into it, and I'll say it. And yeah, dude, I love Anthony Rizzo. Like, it was my mom's favorite player. Like, God bless her soul. But dude, he turned into it.
I don't know. I don't really care about that one. Like, even I was a pitcher. And if oh my gosh,
that's a lot. Oh, well, we'll take that off. That's a little spicy. My bad.
Saucy. I was a pitcher, and I didn't care if somebody leaned in. If I threw a pitch close enough that you could lean in, then that was on me. Like, I should know you're crowding the plate. Don't throw something close to you. Like,
thank you. Actually, you know what? Thank you for saying that. Shit, I gotta make sure. All right. So a guy that got drafted, I can't remember. Oh, thank you. From the Tigers. So I got to give a shout out real quick. Shout out time. Quinn Geditis. Shout out. He got drafted to the Detroit Tigers. While trash team. It's actually a really cool story. This young man, when I was playing my sophomore year of basketball, his father coached us. And he was always a part of, like, he was like a little 2-year-old kid, like running around, whatever. And like we loved the kid. Like, we would always like make sure he was all good, and like we would like do like our bullshit, like pregame stuff, blah blah blah. And like he remembers all of that stuff. Before he got drafted, like I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, I remember you guys always like hyping me and like, you know, like being a part of like your practices. It was amazing, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Lo and behold, MLB draft hits, and he ends up getting drafted by the Detroit Tigers. So kudos to, yes, sir. He knows exactly. Mike, you know. So kudos to Quinn Geditis getting drafted by the Detroit Tigers. God bless, brother. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And he actually came from a school, Ryan Copeland, who was a part of the St. Louis Cardinals system that went to Elk Grove High School. So that's another one for you, Cy. He helped, Ryan Copeland helped him out significantly with some stuff too. So shout out to that guy too, because he was a part of their minor league system and was a stud player too. So good people doing good things, and I love it. I love it.
Real quick. Let's just say, Cy, I haven't thrown a baseball in a year, and I bet you $50 I could strike you out 3 times in a row.
Oh, how about $50 for each strikeout?
Easy. Not even concerned.
Oh my god, we got to make this happen somehow.
Not even concerned.
Nice.
Not even concerned. Like,
I'll triple it.
yeah,
I would love. Can I catch?
sure. Yeah, you can catch.
Dude.
I'm not even concerned. Like, Sai, I will literally make you fall down. I will break your ankles, and we aren't even playing basketball.
Why we always got to go at Sai? This poor guy.
Because he starts it. Okay, he didn't start it the one time, but he started it tonight. Anyway.
That's pretty good.
That's better.
Oh, he's coming back.
He said, run it.
Run it.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of Third Down Thursdays. If you aren't already, make sure to follow on Twitch. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. All that good stuff. Go to thirddownthursdays.com. You can become a member and get notified when posts go live. So make sure to get us on all of the platforms. Get our podcasts, our shows, our articles, all that good stuff. Follow the staff on Twitter.
Before we leave,
Yes.
I figured it'd be only appropriate if we do one last commercial.
Yes.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
It's like we're
Get your-
official.
Yeah, pretty much. Get your insurance at Erie. Bruce, I love you. We'll see
Love
you
you too,
guys
buddy.
next week.
You guys take care. Peace out. Oh, nice. Hey guys. MJ.
Yes.
Go Bears.
No.